And welcome back to the channel. I'm Mr. Carnage, and well, if you remember a few videos back, I talked about NVIDIA buying ARM, and that the Chinese government obviously put a stop to it for now, but it did not stop NVIDIA and ARM working together to do something, and that news actually affected Intel in such a way that their stock dropped dramatically over the last couple of days. And that news was that NVIDIA is making a NVIDIA ARM-based server CPU. And you might think, well, that's not a huge deal. There's tons of server CPUs in the world. That shouldn't force one company stock to drop so dramatically. Well, actually, the specs of this server chip are pretty impressive, especially to companies when the price tag of the chips are cheaper than Intel's and AMD's, and they also use half the power that either one of their CPUs use as well. So, not only are you getting cheaper processors, but you're also saving money in the long run on energy cost. So it's a huge deal. That being said, obviously, Intel's stock has been steadily over the last 2 days just drop. It's just taken a massive deuce. So stockholders obviously paying very close attention to this, you can imagine, is, on conference calls with the board of directors, and everybody is definitely got at least a toe up the butt right now, if not the whole foot. And so what I'm saying by that is that this is going to probably force Intel to release their graphics processors sooner than we had anticipated. Most people, and I believe even they kind of leaked their supposed target release, which was the Q2 of 2022. This might exponentially increase that timeline for Intel releasing their GPU, definitely to get some of that stock back up. The reason why it's not affecting AMD as much as it is Intel is because AMD's already got video cards and other peripherals in the market that do pretty well, while Intel does not. So, without Intel being a player right now in the video card world, it's definitely affecting the company at this point. So definitely look for Intel to release that GPU a whole lot sooner than 2022. I'm thinking now possibly end of Q3, beginning Q4 of 2021. We should be getting some news about that in the short term. That's all I can think of that Intel really can do in the short term right now to help their stock and appease stockholders at this point. Obviously, they're not going to be able to just turn around and say, hey, we're going to make a server chip to combat, ARM's much cheaper, much energy less efficient CPU right now. I mean, it would take them months to develop a new processor, testing and QAs and all of that. That is definitely not a short-term fix to this problem. So, only thing I can think of is, Intel's going to have to get them video cards out to the market as soon as possible, definitely to appease the stockholders. So, we talked about the Chinese government stopping NVIDIA from acquiring ARM. Well, they did, but that didn't prevent them from collabing and making this processor because, like I told you in the last video, as far as ARM and NVIDIA is concerned, the deal for the company is already done. Paperwork signed, everything's ready to go, except the monopoly law. Now, they have been working and wearing down the Chinese government, so who knows? I'm saying maybe a year. That's probably what I'm giving it. A full maybe year before we get the news that NVIDIA acquired ARM. So, it's a big deal, definitely. And then in that video, talked kind of about what that would do to the computer world. Well, here it is. This is, if you go back and watch that video, kind of what I was talking about. That it would definitely affect the way that the big players in the computer world would, would be. So, that being said, what do you guys think? Did you predict this coming too? How do you feel about that? Do you think Intel needs to get them video cards out the door ASAP to combat this stock loss? So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you liked the video, hit like. I definitely would love for you guys to subscribe, hit the notification button so we can catch you on more videos. And we will definitely catch you on the next one.